Hi, I'm Paul. Welcome back. This is my second video. And for my second video, I'm going to be going over my top 10 favorite Johto Pokemon. And this is actually kind of special because Johto is the best region. My favorite region. And I've always loved Johto. It was because... You'll find out. I can't tell you everything, because if I told you why I loved it so much, you'd know the end of the video. I can't do that. So, I'm going to get on to my honorable mentions. And my honorable mentions are the Pokemon that I really care about, but didn't quite make the cut. Am I upsetting you, Mr. Ollie? Come on. So number 6 for the honorable mention is Sneasel. And just a fun fact about Sneasel, he was my first shiny I ever caught. And I caught him in Heart Gold when I was playing through Heart Gold. He was the first shiny I ever caught. And I eventually evolved him and whatnot. But on to the rest. Number 5 is Snubble. Cute puppy dog. Number 4 is Milk Tank. A cow. I love cows. They're so cool. 3, Bayleaf. 2, Lantern. And 1 is Pichu. Pichu's just cute. Of course he's gonna make it. But not make it all the way. I'm gonna move on to my top 10. Number 10 is Wobbuffet. And the reason Wobbuffet made the list is because for the longest time, I didn't know Wobbuffet was Gen 2. I thought Wobbuffet was a Hoenn Pokemon, not a Johto Pokemon. And that's because I didn't know where to catch it in the games. And I was just like, well, if I can't find it, then it must not be there. And that was wrong, but it was just really funny. So, I just always loved him. And also, like I said in the other video, Team Rocket's Pokemon are ones that I just always like because of comic relief. And comic relief characters turn out to usually be my favorite characters more so than main characters, which is kind of funny, kind of weird, you know. But for number 9, it's going to be Hitmontop. Hitmontop is going to be on this list because of his really strange design. He's basically a fighter that spins on his head and like punches and kicks as he spins around. And it was just really interesting when I saw him in I think it was the anime or a movie, and he was just spinning around fighting, and I thought, that would be just such a cool Pokemon to have in real life. And also, it's funny, because Hitmontop is the evolution of Tyrogue, and Tyrogue can also evolve into Hitmonchan, which is, if you remember from the first video, so naturally, I think that little family is sneaking into my favorites. So I'm going to move on to number 8. Number 8 is Tyranitar. And Tyranitar made the list because mainly he's a super strong guy. Super strong little lizard fella. And I developed my love for him because of the Pokemon Forever movie with Celebi. And when you first saw him in the movie with Celebi, he was caught by this Team Rocket guy who invented these dark balls, which is like these dark Pokeballs that would make the Pokemon super strong and also make them evil. And it was really funny that the Tyranitar, when it came out to be caught in the scene, it was really timid and sweet, and you could tell it had like, it was very a sensitive kind Pokemon. And then this guy caught it in a Dark Ball, and it just went ballistic like it was like a creature. It was just weird. Mr. Ollie, are you upset that Daddy's doing YouTubes? My fans are too. Mr. Ollie. But, yeah, that's Tyranitar. That's why he made the list. And numbers, okay. I'm moving on to number 7. Number 7 is Donphan. The reason I picked Donphan is because he's an elephant that curls up into a tire and rolls around. I like Pokemon that roll, and I like big, bulky Pokemon. And just aesthetically, it's cute and tough to me. And I've always liked it. And I like how Ash had a Phanpy, and then he later evolved it into a Donphan. And then just in the games, he was really cool. I've always really liked ground types. I think ground types and rock is my third favorite after water and poison. So, yeah, Donphan had to make the list. Now for number 6. Number 6 is going to be Quagsire. Quagsire made the list because he's both water and ground. So the ground type protects him from electric moves, which is really interesting and really useful for a water type Pokemon. And he just has a cute little blank face, and I just really love him. Quagsire is just really cool like that. And you know, he's a water type. You know, water types are the best, hands down. Fight me in the comments. Just kidding. Don't fight me. I don't like to fight. But Quagsire is just all around just a useful Pokemon. Actually, I really like him. Now number 5 is gonna be Elekid, the little baby that evolves into Electabuzz. I really love Elekid because it was one of the baby Pokemon featured in Johto, because Johto started the eggs where you could breed your Pokemon and get babies, and he was one of the baby Pokemon that was invented for Johto, and I thought he was the cutest. I mean, him and Pichu kind of, you know, but I think Elekid beats out Pichu for the cuteness, in my opinion. And also, one year, I know I'm getting a lot of Pokemon have been on birthday cakes, and I guess food, is what makes me love them. But I had a birthday cake with Elekid on it. It was like a figure with Elekid and with Pikachu and some others. That my mom actually bought me this cake this time. And I kept the figure, but my dog, his name was Fido, he was a puppy and loved to chew. And the Elekid figure was really thick, and I think it helped his teeth when it was coming in, when he was like just chewing and teething like how puppies do. He chewed it all up, and I was really sad because I loved that figure, but it's okay because he was a sweet boy, so I couldn't get mad at him. But yeah, that's why Elekid essentially made it on the list, because I like to eat. Number 4 is actually really cool, because number 4 is Heracross. Heracross is really awesome because he's a bug and fighting type. And I really like fighting types. They're probably number 4 on the list of my favorite types. I might make a video of my favorite types. Let me know in the comments. But Heracross is awesome because he really gave bug types a name. He made them strong and worth catching. And I just respected that. And I liked his design. I liked his moves. I took on the Elite Four several times with a Heracross. And won. So he's just an all-around good Pokemon. So I had to put him high on the list. Now number 3, which is kind of like, might not be a lot of people's favorite, but Ariados. They evolved from Spinarak, which is a big spider. which is funny because spiders scare me to death. If one were to come down, I would probably be stripping my clothes off, wetting myself, running out. You don't want to see that. That's spooky. Okay. But yeah, just Ariados. I saw him in a movie. Team Rocket person owned him. I don't know what's with me in Team Rocket. I love the Pokemon they pick because I just love Team Rocket's Pokemon. I don't like Team Rocket as much because, like, they're bad guys, but I love their Pokemon. Just love them. And that's pretty much why Ariados made the list. I just love him. He looks good, and he's pretty strong, pretty cute. That's about it. That's why I love Ariados. So number 2 is gonna be Houndoom. And the reason Houndoom is one of my second favorite Pokemon, is because mainly of my dog. He's no longer with me, but his name was Fido. Like the puppy that I was telling you about that chewed up my leg kid. He was a black dog. So when I started seeing Houndoom for Pokemon, I used to call Fido Houndoom when I was little, and I would run around in the backyard with him and like say, Houndoom, use flamethrower, and he'd run around and just jump around and play. He didn't know what was going on, but in my head he was Houndoom. He was like a real Pokemon. And we would just run around and play, and I'd pretend I'm a trainer and we're traveling. And then my mom used to call Fido Houndoom too. She'd be like, what a cute little Houndoom. And then I showed my mom what Houndoom looked like, and she went, ooh, because he has the bones and the horns and stuff. It looks kind of spooky. But it's just a lot of good memories with Houndoom. Yeah, that's why Houndoom's number 2. And number 1 is Totodile. Totodile is the sole reason Johto is my favorite region. Back before I knew about the Johto games, when I was younger, I watched the anime and saw Totodile and fell in love with his personality. I just loved Totodile. And a friend of mine back in real young elementary school told me that there was a game to where you can actually get a Totodile as your starter. And that night, I told my dad about it and how excited it and how cool it was. And my dad took me to GameStop, and I bought Pokemon Crystal. That was the second game I ever owned. It was the third game I ever owned. Sapphire, Pokemon Blue, and then Crystal. And I will always pick Totodile as my starter because he's just hands down my favorite Pokemon. He's an alligator, and then he evolves into a huge, scary looking alligator, and I just just something about him, and it also helps that he's water type, because water types are my favorite. But yeah, that's why Totodile made it to number 1. And that finishes off my list. That's pretty cool. Thank you for watching, everybody. And also, I'm recording myself on my MacBook, so that's why it looks a little different. My girlfriend's at work right now, and I wanted to make a YouTube video, to keep busy after I clean the house. And I'm just really excited. I really like making these YouTube videos, and I plan on making much more. So, like last time, I'm going to free you from the cringe. Goodbye.